Okay. Did everything work? The attempt. Oh, thank you. Thank you, and welcome back yourself, Haxard. Alright. I think I fixed all the tags, fixed all the bullshit. Oh! Shit! I had shit to talk about. Alright, hang on. I mean, I'll let that keep loading. But there is official Silent Hill 2 merchandise. I am about to post a link in the chat. It is, oh dear God. Oh, Jesus. Why do I have to sign in? Okay, alright, hang on. I'm in a new level of hell. I have to sign in to my own Twitch account in the streaming software in order to post in my own chat. We are truly living in the future. What an incredible series of things that needs to happen for everything to go as planned. Okay. Alright guys, hang on. Today's been one journey after another. Logging in to this itty bitty little widget. For that. Okay. Alright. Goodness gracious sakes live. Alright, so it's oksgear.com. I just linked to their official I think this is the James's jacket from the original game, but they also have James's jacket from the remake, and they have Heather's outfit from Silent Hill 3. There's like a lot going on. This website's great. I ordered the Silent Hill 2, like the Welcome to Silent Hill sign license plate frame, and I ordered the they have a blanket that's the map of, what is it called? Literally the map of the town from the PS2 version of the game. Oh my god, it's so, if I remember, I'll show off the blanket once it comes in. I think it might actually be in a package out in the other room right now, but I didn't have time to look at it before the stream. So, other exciting news. I replayed. Oh my god. Let me open the tab before I try to talk about this. I replayed the original game to the bit with the alcohol monologue that I keep talking about so that I could just read it. So now we're just going to hear the alcohol monologue. So he's in the PS2 version, James is in Heaven's Night, which is the strip club where Maria seems to work based on the fact that she has a key to it and various other clues. Oh my goodness, why isn't this full screen? Liquor bottles. I don't need that right now. It's not that I don't drink. In fact, I drink a fair bit to get away from the pain, the loneliness, but the drinking never changes anything. Anyway, I don't need it now. There's something that I have to do. That's the monologue. And now I can stop going on about how badly I wish I had the monologue. Okay, all right. Current save. Did I not just hit resume? What am I doing? All right. Oh, it's been a minute. What was I even doing last? Because I know the hunter rifle. Okay, all right, real quick. That it's a... Yeah, that's what I like to see. I did also convince another one of my friends to play... God, how do I do anything? Another one of my friends to play Silent Hill 2. They're actually playing the remake because I'm colorblind. So it was good to get more people on the train. I do think there's something lost if you don't play the original first. But through them, I actually realized, because I don't think about this very often, the first two characters you meet in the game... I mean, of course, the first person you hear speak is James. But the second person you meet is Angela. So James is like an awkward loner, and Angela is also kind of an awkward loner. And so their awkwardness is brought across in the voice acting in the original. And so the first, like, I don't know, maybe the first couple of hours of gameplay, the only people you hear speak are the two people who sound the most awkward. And if you don't know that they're awkward characters, I think a lot of people actually turn the game off because they're like, wow, this game just kind of sucks. What's going on with this? Especially since the cutscenes are kind of like odd and their interactions are very stilted. And so, but if you keep playing, and you do have to keep playing for a while, you'll meet Eddie and realize that there is good voice acting in the game. It's just reserved for less awkward characters. So, it's just, I was reminded of this. How difficult, what's the term I'm looking for? Not unwelcoming, but like, the kinds of barriers you're up against if you're new to the series. Oh, hang on. I don't... There's a word I'm trying to think of that's like has a similar meaning that I'm trying to get to as unwelcoming. It's like resistance? Okay. I think I explored the shit out of all of this. Oh! Okay. Oh, that scared the shit out of me. But is my light on? Oh my god, it is. No! Okay. Ooh. It's honestly, it's like actually too bright. It's too bright in my room, and it makes it kind of hard to see what's happening. But I'm just gonna cope, because otherwise you're not gonna be able to see a face. You know what we have found? Vibrating. Why is it vibrating right here? I don't know, there's like no way... I don't know. I don't know if that comes across, but the controller is vibrating as soon as I walk into the cell. Like a regular pad. I don't know, let me just be obnoxious. And then it stopped. I don't know why it stopped. Nope, nope, nope. I was just pressed Y to interact as though I was still playing Reanimal. Vibrating again. Okay, alright. This is how this game. I need to lock. I have a weight. Yes! Okay. We've got the wingless dove, the headless serpent, the eyeless boar, hornless ox. Oh! In there. reflecting on something, but I can't. I don't know if I've ever looked at that before. Because that's just a bunch of wall. Like, I don't think there's anything. Backed out. This. This room is pretty similar. Very large. Not very much. But in the original game, you can hear horses running around Bassett Range. This puzzle. Oh, Mom. Pull ye but once on ropes. Choose the one justified from. Seek out their tales, think upon each sin, or let blind fate choose. The judgment be. Won't let me walk off. Coward. Not the same. So those are the 4 symbols that are on the, well, they're similar to the symbols that are on the door. Dove, horn, ox, head. It's the first time I played this, I've done this with like every game that I really like. I play it way too late into the night, and then I just get stuck on some very simple puzzle, and so on this one I was like, I don't know what to do, all the doors are locked and there's like this thing over here and I can't understand it. It's supposed to like, it's like the balance puzzle. It's like not a big deal. And I did the same thing with Psychonauts because I played it way too late at night, and for anybody who's familiar with Psychonauts, I reached the point where you simply cannot progress unless you use the door on people. And I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, there's all these people, they clearly need something from me, but I just don't know. There's nothing I could do. I've talked to them all. And it's like, the whole fucking point of the game. Like, you use the door and go into people's thoughts, and I don't know. I have problems. I believe for each set of weights that I get, there's only one door that can open. I believe... how much do I want to mess with this? I think, if I'm remembering correctly, there is, by extension, a set order. puzzle, the gallows puzzle is basically hacked. I think I need the thing. I need the thing. Ah. I don't need to save. Nothing really happened, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Something embarrassing happens. It'll at least still be unlocked. Okay, what did I open? Marks it on the map. He does. Look at it. Such a There's gonna be some whack stuff behind these. This is not the move. What is this called? Electric. I remember you. This actually runs up against one of my... I think this is the first time we've seen a mannequin crawl on the walls. This hill is pretty quiet. This is one of my bigger complaints about the remake is it's very like typical puzzle platformer with combat to have an enemy behave like that. And I think there's something lost because in the original game when a lot of the enemies weren't even necessarily actively trying to get you, it felt more like you were there and they just react to whatever's closest. Like, it's not really anything personal. They're not a mechanic. They're not like there to make sure that you specifically die. They're just automatons in a lot of ways. Yeah, they weren't hunting me out, where the mannequins, especially in the remake, between the whole ambush thing where, you know, they try to hide, and now this new thing where they're crawling around on the walls, it feels a little bit too targeted. But I might also be being a little bit too precious about the ways the original game made its atmosphere. Where are you? Horrifying. Why is it so much harder to see what I mean? What is that silly thing? That's a mannequin that can crawl on walls. That's, I America'd the hell out of it. Oh my god. Alright, how do I switch one? Nope! God damn it! Okay. Oh, that's so frustrating. Not mean to do that. Okay, left is pistol, down is shoddy. No, he didn't want the drink. He just thought he wanted the drink, and that's because he's stupid. He needed to save the drink. The drink is important. How is he addicted to that Thai health tea? A reminder to Toluca Prison. A reminder to all guards. Effective immediately, it is absolutely mandatory for everyone to familiarize themselves with the revised generator maintenance manual. We all remember what happened last time there was a spike, though I'm certain most of us would very much want to forget. we will not have another incident. Not on the screen. I don't know how well this comes across after the discussion. Is a silly little fella waiting to make my life bad. There you are. Hey, do you want to hold still for me, honey? No, just real quick. You don't need to make a whole thing out of it. Just... Thank you. I appreciate it. Are they even a threat there in cages? I mean, I also need to be in that cage. So, yes, they are. This is going to get very bad for me. There's... And the developer commented on one of the Half-Life games. They comment on... Yeah, I need to go in these pages. They comment on how difficult it is to get players to look up. And so the barnacles in the Half-Life game somewhat impress this. And I think about that a lot. I think of that quote, and it's like even now, like even knowing I still so infrequently look up in a video game. It's, I don't know why that is. You little freak! Oh, I want that ammo. Here. You know I don't like it when you do that. Oh, this would be easier with a mouse. Yeah, I always remember it after something just body slammed me from the ceiling. Such is the life of a gamer. So I'm getting into that one from the other side. Nope! Nope! You little freak, come here! Booga booga booga! Oh my god, okay. You guys have no idea. Like so much worse than this game. How do I get into this room? I bet I know how. Dude, if I was locked in a prison with a bunch of these things, I would also not relax. Are you kidding me? It's the less action hero version of the Dead Space 2 stomp. He's doing it for sport. I mean, I'm angry. James doesn't stand for these things. Two people with their faces crossed out. Be together. They were not. I mean, one of them was about to die. I am not very good at piecing things like this together as far as a better memory than I have. No! No! Oh no! Not two! No! Where did you go? What gives it that ability? I don't know. They just, like, they don't... Two of their legs don't even have appendages on them. Possibly all four. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's like a spider thing. All these doors are locked. I think I remember. I think I remember what happened. Power? The power of legs! If I had an editor, I would tell them to put an echo effect on that. But the only editor is me. I'm not gonna do it. I think this is what opens all the doors. 19. Power of legs. This door is locked. That's where the electric meter is. Oh, break that switch. Ah! The clip dump! God, I'd forgotten about the clip dump. That'd be fun. Whatever you want to do. Go gadget, climb the walls! Never actually seen... Oh my god, the show's not called Go Gadget. It's called Detective Gadget? I don't know. Ah! No. You can't be up there because that's not fair. Inspector Gadget. Yeah, that's the one. It's not nice. I haven't seen that clip. No. Oh, baby, we're not doing that. No. Okay. No. You keep your shit right here. Spider legs. Oh, that would actually work. Mannequin. What did I say? Oh, you gotta hold still. This is not nice. They do, I'm pretty sure they have a jumping attack. Nope. Stop! 2 shots should have brought you down. Stream idea, we co-op the forest games. I don't know, I would rather co-op, literally, what is it called? The Forever Winter. On a stream sometime. I think that would be fun. Arsonist, you should check out the Forever Winter. It's in early access, so it definitely has a lot of problems, but I really like it. I'm excited to see what it becomes. Yeah, the Forever Winter. It is, as far as at least according to its own Steam page, it is probably not playable on a Steam Deck, but that's okay. It's like Arc Raiders in that it is an extraction shooter, but the Forever Winter is only PvE. So co-op PvE. Thoughts on the GameCube? What a question. So I don't know the actual specs. Okay, right, hang on. Let me take care of this and then I can think. Thoughts on the GameCube. So if I'm remembering correctly, it was marketed as having 6 times the performance of a Steam Deck, but you have to keep in mind that the Steam Deck is a mobile gaming device, so 6 times the performance is still, I think, at most comparable to a modern console, I would imagine. I think also the reason they're making the Steam Cube, what are they calling it? Steam Frame. The Steam Frame is because, if I'm remembering correctly, so I think Proton is just like basically a newer version of Wine, where Wine is a library that you would use to basically, I think emulate Windows system calls on a non-Windows operating system. So that is, to my understanding, what Proton is doing as well, and Proton is what powers the Steam Deck, because the Steam Deck is running Linux, but it is pretending to be Windows, so it is recreating the file locations and also using Proton to mimic the Windows system calls. So the Steam Machine is the same thing, and if I'm remembering, it's the Steam Machine is another device, if I'm remembering correctly, that's going to be running SteamOS. It's just like a Linux distro with Proton that handles a bunch of game installation stuff for you automagically. So what I also remember, I think, is that there's I guess Proton only supports certain hardware at the moment. And so I've heard rumors that Valve was wanting to expand like SteamOS / Proton compatibility to include more hardware. But I think that's probably just like a harder undertaking than they can complete in this kind of time frame. And so my understanding of the Steam, what's it called? The Steam Frame, the Steam Machine, is that it is Proton / SteamOS compatible hardware made by Valve. So you can basically have a little decently powerful gaming machine that's running SteamOS. I don't remember whether they've announced a price yet. I feel like I've only heard teased prices, and the teased prices are going to put it at or slightly above current console prices. A lot of the appeal of consoles is that you just plug it in and go. So like you don't need to configure your operating system, you don't need to like do a bunch of stuff. You buy the box, you plug the box into your TV, you open up, take out the controller that came with the box, and you're playing games. There's low friction between you and playing games on the machine. So I think the Steam Machine will be like that, which is a nice thing. It is also an alternative to the consoles, which is a nice thing. It seems like functionally it's going to be like a modestly powered gaming PC, but made by Valve, just like made for you. It's all in the box. Just buy the box. The box will play the games. So I think there is a market for it. Personally, I don't think it fits my use cases. But if you're wanting like a decent gaming machine that is functionally a gaming PC, but without having to deal with Windows and doing stuff like that, I think you can do a lot worse than the Steam Machine. I did not realize I had all that in me about the Steam Machine. I will certainly be curious to see what the final cost is, because I think that'll really determine whether it's worth it. Hardware costs are really tough right now, and because they started getting tough in the pandemic because of supply chain issues, and it just hasn't gotten better. It's a combination of like the inflation that's been baked in, the lingering supply chain issues caused by the pandemic, further supply chain issues, or like hardware availability issues because of things like cryptocurrency mining, and now creating and training and running AI models, large language models, and then there's just like a lot of factors messing with the price of hardware right now. So like with any luck, Valve has kind of locked in hardware prices, at least for the initial run of the Steam Machine, so it might also be one of the cheapest ways to get a decent gaming computer in the short to medium term. My understanding of the Steam Machine is that you're not going to need to know shit about Linux to use it. You'll boot up the machine, Steam will be on it. It'll be a lot like using the Steam Deck, has been my impression so far. So you will not need to relearn Linux to do it unless you're planning on messing around a bunch in desktop mode. And also, Linux is not that scary. I mean, it can be. It depends on the distro, it depends on a lot of things. But like, I think SteamOS in particular is not really going to be that scary. It'll just depend on how deep you're wanting to get into the bowels of it, like how custom you're wanting to get. Plus you, Arsonist, specifically have access to me and a lot of my friends. And so if you get stuck on some Linux thing, you're in a server full of people who can help you. Like, so I wouldn't be super worried about that either. Lua... Lua is simple, but simple isn't the same as easy. Lua... Because I've been trying to learn Lua because I switched to NeoVim a while back, and one of the big benefits of NeoVim over Vim is that you can configure it using Lua instead of VimScript, because VimScript is an abomination. It depends. Like, I know why people say it's one of the easiest languages, but I'm not sure that that's just straightforwardly true. Like, I would argue Python might be easier just because Python looks a lot more like readable English. And so it's a little, it might be, it's been such a long time since I've like been a beginner to programming that it's really hard for me to judge, but I think Python might be easier just because like it is closer to English, and so you just, you know, you would say like thing or thing if one of these is true, whereas in Lua, like you have to know, I think they use kind of like symbols with the word or in Lua, but I can't remember. It's been a minute since I touched Lua. Lua is simple. How do I explain it? A lot of languages have a lot of complex syntax for things. So like a specific sequence of characters that you need to use in order to use a specific construct that the language provides. Where Lua, if I'm remembering this correctly, you know, don't quote me on anything. If you see something online that contradicts what I'm saying, like go with that. But I think Lua has a very small number of constructs, basically. So its syntax is relatively simple just because it's not trying to support a lot of complex constructs. But I feel like you need to know a lot of things about programming to understand how to take the things that it does have and do the more complex things that you would want to do with any Turing-complete language. Quote me on everything. Yeah, stream fucking dead, dude. You got me, you sly dog, you got me monologuing again. You really got me. You just sniped me. I love having opinions, I love programming, and I love Valve, so like you got me, you did, you made me use it. Congratulations, Arsonist. You made me do the thing. I was gonna play, you fucking got me, dude. Oh my god. Dude, I love having opinions. I love just saying what I think. I mean, everybody does, right? I think we should definitely talk more about all of these things offline. Like, I'm learning Lua myself in order to configure NeoVim. So I'm like, if there's like some shit you're trying to know about Lua, like come talk to us. Just hop in the Discord server and ask some questions. Like me and everybody else would be happy to help. But if you're looking for a gaming device, it would depend heavily on your budget and how much effort you want to put into it. But like, if you're looking for a powerful gaming device that you don't have to build yourself, Steam Machine would not be a bad place to go. If you're more in the console market, you're not looking for PC gaming specifically. I'm always like a PlayStation fan. I think they have better exclusives, and Xbox is kind of in a weird place right now. I wouldn't... there's been talk that like maybe Xbox isn't a thing that gets made in the not too distant future, so I feel like I wouldn't want to encourage anybody to join the Xbox family at this point in time. Switch, you know if you want to switch, you know if you like Nintendo games. But if you're looking for a relatively inexpensive gaming device and you're not so worried about performance, the Steam Deck, I think the Steam Deck is a pretty good choice. Especially at this point, you should be able to find like secondhand Steam Decks, which means you could like hop on eBay, find a reasonably reputable seller, and like maybe pick up a used Steam Deck or refurbished Steam Deck for cheap. And then you just need to get like the dock, and then you can use all your existing peripherals. You can just set them up with the Steam Deck. You can use the dock to plug it into your monitors, plug it into a TV, whatever needs to happen, and that would be like an okay gaming device. There are games you will not be able to play for various reasons. Some of them just being like Proton enabled compatibility. But the Steam Deck is pretty good. I've been pretty happy with it, and it's relatively easy to repair, which is good as well. Everything used to be Xbox, now everything is Steam. This is, oh my god, hang on, let me catch up on these messages. Appreciate that. I'm glad that you think we're all great. I've worked very hard to collect my favorite kinds of people, and the Discord server has given me a place. It's like I've made a bouquet of flowers, except instead of flowers, it's people. So that's what I'm going for with the Discord server. PlayStation has also been my go-to. I do actually own a couple of PlayStations now, and have, I guess, for a few years at this point. Mostly for the Silent Hill series, but I have always thought the PlayStation, at least for my taste in games, I've thought the PlayStation had better exclusives. Yes, you are. It is so funny, like, the random chance of you sliding into my early streams and now just, like, being around because of it. It's just kind of funny how things happen, you know? Say this as a 360 owner. I mean, like, back in the day, especially when Halo was the shiny new thing, like, Xbox was not a bad choice. Like, it just depended on what you wanted out of your console or the exclusives you were after. Like, OG Halo was hugely, hugely influential. Very, very important game series. Is S1... Things... There's something of a homogenization of culture and art happening right now, and there's a lot more I could say about that, but I should really play a little bit of, I should play a little bit of Silent Hill 2 before I log off for the night. There's something buzzing in my ears and I need to find it and kill it. You got nothing to apologize for. God, I love having opinions, so. Yeah, this has been good. I'm just also like, I'm feeling the itch, man, you know? I've been gone so long. I wanna get back in it. I wanna do the thing. A fly. You are not a fly. The nurse. I didn't kill that. Yeah, motherfucker! How is the nurse already dead? I didn't shoot her. God, the things that are still coming in this game, it might be. She might. I don't know. She's already bloody, though. Typically when they're already bloody, that means they're actually dead. Like, it's not quite the Half-Life thing where any zombie on the ground could get back up. I can't. Yeah, women do it every month. Oh, I know what's gonna happen. I know exactly. That's... Yeah. What's this room? Alright, okay, hang on, because I came from... There's something on the top of the door frame? Excuse me? Do you mean the light? The room I looked at. Which one? This one? Do you mean like you saw something, or do you mean like you just think there's something? The last cell. There could... Oh, that's a good point, because I do keep hearing statics. Could be... I'm hearing this stuff. this could have... Well, there's no static. No, it can't be that one because if there were a monster there, the static would be... The way the static is playing right now... I think it's in this one. See, because it drops off as soon as I come over here, so I think... Yeah, be something behind this one. It's just a straight... lying figure. Straight jacket. Controller's vibrating. Peak foreshadowing. You can turn the radio off, just by the way. You can do that in the original game too. It's kind of a funny little thing. So I was over here. Okay, I was over here. Why would you do that? So there are this is the switch. There are legitimate reasons why you would. Some people find it scarier to have the static telling them when there's a monster nearby. Some people also just, you know, that kind of gives me an edge because I know when there's something nearby, so I know what's going on. And some people think it's scarier if you don't know, don't have a sound telegraphing that there's an enemy nearby. So it's just like, I like that they offer that. I think it's neat to have the choice. Like, maybe you find it more immersive if you're not being warned of monsters all the time. Yeah, I really like it too. I think it's a good decision. Hey, take that. Oh, why? No, come on. There we go. Radios IRL tell you when there's a... How would an IRL radio do that? Okay, okay, okay. Because... my radio's only the best radio. Okay, so here's my thing. There's a switch. There's a switch right here. What do you think happens when I pull this switch? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking all the doors open. And I happen to know that there's a lot of really good resources behind several of these doors. That void? That goo? Is that very... That looks untextured to me. No, I think it's untextured. Look at this. Completely black. No, I don't know. That doesn't look right to me. I've seen... Yeah, that looks weird. So, okay, because I know that there's stuff behind here, and it goes all the way as far back as... I'm confusing myself. Okay. Yes. Missed. You know what? I can't keep... We're just going. We're just doing it. And the other one fast. Oh, you think they're on a timer? I think you're right. I can hear clicking. Well, but they might be on a timer the same way that the lights in the main room are on a timer, where it's not that I need to hit the other switch before this runs out, it's just that this is only going to stay on for a certain amount of time. Like, I can try that, but I think what it actually is just that, like, the lights don't stay on. So that's scary. Yeah, it's just the lights. Yeah, you're not wrong. Like, that kind of thing certainly happens, but in this case, it's the same as the lights. I guess you haven't been in the stream. So there's a big room that I just left that has the same kind of thing. They have a bunch of switches that turn on the lights in the area, but the lights only stay on for a certain amount of time. So this is just another one of those. It has nothing to do with, like, the other stuff. Let me just save. Let me just save. Yeah, it's just the lights. It's the same as the main area. Bro, you didn't even cover here. Real quick. I wonder how saving works. So the saves are somewhat diegetic, meaning they exist in at least some degree in the universe of the game. So in the original game, the first save square you interact with, James says, it gives me an uncomfortable feeling like someone is groping around in my skull, and the screen where you actually save the game that pops up, it has it looks kind of like a painting of James looking directly at you. So much like how this one, where this is actually a live feed of James out in the world staring at the square. So in the remake, and this was a while ago, you have an opportunity. It's actually the save that's highlighted right now at Jack's Inn. You can use that and maybe a few other save squares when Maria is with you. And I think just the first time you do that, when you finish saving the game, Maria says, "Are you okay?" He froze up for a second there. And James says, "Yeah, I'm fine." And so when you're saving the game, it is diegetic. It's interesting. It's interesting to think about. It is diegetic. I don't know. It's kind of funny. It's one of the things that make the game odd. No, this is okay. This is a fun thing to be distracted by. I really like talking about. I love talking about things. Talking about things is my favorite thing. Who doesn't love talking about things? I don't know, extremely shy people looking at no one in particular. Okay. I think I have time to get through the remainder of this section before I need to kick off for the night. This is the main attraction, so to speak. Yeah, this part looks nice, he says. This is the main thing in this area, is the electric gear. Where was I going with that? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Headless Serpent has... I would be... Okay, so here's the rough thing about this game, is that I still haven't beaten the final boss on my first save file. I got really, really frustrated. It auto-saved when I was in a very bad state. And I think I'm just gonna have to restart the boss on my save file. So, like, I still haven't actually seen the ending of the game. And I'm gonna have to beat it on stream, which is going to be difficult. But once I beat the game on stream, we'll see. Once I beat the game on stream, I would be more than happy to talk through, you know, whoever's present when I do so. I'd be more than happy to talk through like what was actually going on in the game. And I've actually been keeping, one of the things I have open on my other monitor is a bunch of notes that I'm keeping about like similarities and differences between the games, thoughts that I have, and things to talk about once the story, such as it is, has been fully unfurled for us. So, and there will be a lot to talk about. Okay, let's do this thing. Safety instructions. Power transfer levels. Green, maintenance level. Used to test before each use. Yellow, optimal level. Maintained for safe operation. That is not what yellow normally means, but okay. Red, danger level. Do not operate. Can result in power spike and system overload. This is... Ah, this is one of the big bummers about the journal. They don't include... There was some note earlier about, like... Yellow light means safe. That's... complicated. There's a note earlier that said, like, we don't want to repeat it last time. Bad. Oh, that's not it. There's some bullshit behind these doors. Got some meds and shit I want to pick up. Oh, god damn it. I thought it was right here. Yeah, the entry from the guards is like, we do not want to repeat it last time. I'm sure most of us would rather forget it. Whatever. It's captured in the mod. It'll be fine. I need to just... I'm putting off doing the thing because I think I remember what happens. And I'm like scared. I need to just do it. So many monsters out there right now. Okay. Dude! No! Fuck! Oh! Oh no! I forgot they could get me through the— oh my god. So I'm waiting for them to come to me. Dude, there's so many of them out there. Yeah, cause oh man, it's like a bunch. Nope. Oh, that's farts. That's too many. Let me back. No! Ow! Shit. We're gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. Oh my god. camping swine! Okay, we're going one door at a time. I'm getting everything I wanted and nothing I didn't. Little freak! Nope! Nope! Okay. Line him up, James! Oh my god. Oh my god. Sweep the area as though you know what you're doing. Don't say a word. I'm not gonna break that yet. Don't let me forget. I'm gonna come back and break that. Soft and hard corners. Oh, you little freak! You thought you had me. But you didn't! Oh, I'm so good at this game. What's a soft corner? I heard you. Can't trick me, I can hear you. You cannot see well from the entrance. Corner close to door. So a soft corner would be like the far corner. I don't even know if the map maps, you know? Like, after I kill all these things and collect all the resources, is there a net gain? Unclear. Okay, so that thing in the back is to get to the other side to get all the shit that I wanted over there. Boy. No! Oh, you were right. She's still alive. Oh, that was... Okay. Nah, I like softcore. Somebody who's not in the thick of it. Arsonist, maybe you could keep an eye on these guys and tell me if there's some visual indication of whether they will spit acid when they die. Nah, there's no such thing as too many tactical shooters. Also, you should hit up other people on the server, because there are certainly other members who enjoy tactical shooters much more than I do. It's like, I thought it was like, oh, it's the bloody ones, oh, it's the brown ones, but like, I'm not positive if that's any indication of anything. Maybe it's entirely random, right? Like, maybe there is no... I don't know. When I've tried to look it up in the past, I couldn't really find anything, but maybe it's just because nobody knew yet. They're called lying figures. Lying. This is that other room. Okay. I was on the other side of this. Execution DR88 report. Prisoner E662. Age 23. Sex male. Method electrocution. Witnesses 0. Note to medical staff. During last night's execution, the prisoner, assumed to have been disabled, simply stood up and approached the chair without any assistance. From now on, take utmost care when reviewing the prisoner's medical history. Guards need to be made aware how capable the prisoners are in order to avoid any incidents. Assumed to have been disabled. See, this is, I struggle with this kind of stuff, keep track of enough things. But probably related to this, right? Be together soon. Yeah, I remember like looking in the wiki and looking some other places and just not really finding anything. Certainly nothing conclusive. It didn't even seem like anybody was really talking about like which lying figures spit acid before they die. Rifle. Ah, the armory. Maybe it is just RNG. That's fine. This is the key. Oh, I didn't realize my face cam covers up the description of the item. It says armory key. This is going to get me the hunter rifle. The hunter rifle is very accurate, high damage, but very slow. So the hunter rifle is not something you use on regular enemies if you can read it. Why would you have a hunter rifle in a In case the inmates start acting up? Kind of an old-fashioned. Well, they also had, I mean, they had a shotgun in the hospital. Yeah, if they start acting up, we'll not be doing it for long. Hey, it's that door. Because this is the guard room. Yeah, so this is for the guards to keep prisoners in line. I am so happy to hear that you love the environmental stuff, because I also one of the game's strengths. And it's, to be fair, a lot of it is at least borrowed from or inspired by the original game, but the team did do a good job carrying that forward. Also, I don't know shit about guns, by the way. Fun fact, I don't know shit about guns. I have friends who know shit about guns. I am not one of them. All of the ammo... What kinds of things do you know about guns? All of the ammo have birds on them. Crow for the shotgun, owl for the rifle. That means something, right? I don't know, what kind of stuff do you know? Well, I'm looking up what Dulce Bellum means. I thought Bellum means war, but I thought... Sweet. Dulce Bellum. Latin? Okay, this is the AI overview, so take it with a grain of salt, but a modern portmanteau derived from the Latin phrase, oh, let me just butcher this real quick, dulce bellum in expertise, which translates to war is sweet to those who have experienced. Yeah, dulce sweet bellum war. Penguin is a brand of munitions? Wait, like a real brand? Sued and killed. Proudly loaded in the USA by America. Just got done with an guy. I thought one of my friends was saying there's some law that you can't have like real guns in video games. I can't remember the specifics. Why they don't. Like it'll be recognizably kind of gun, but it's not strictly that kind of gun. Like the model has to have differences. Penguin ammo for hunting. Look that up. That's interesting. Ammo. Oh, tactical penguin. Oh, that's just like. Let me look this up. Can't have real guns in video games. I'd be curious what games those are. Let's see. So here's a Reddit post. Nope, that's not what. You have to, okay, according to some Reddit posts, so take that with a grain of salt. Branding and license. Is that all it is? Games started to become a major business. Gun companies started stepping in, demanding royalty for the weapons, and to get around this, games now give them fake names. Well, so that's just, but that's saying. It was like, why is there a law that gets rid of law in California, license? Tactical penguin. Okay, that is the thing I found. I don't know. What I remember my friend saying is that there's some kind of what's the word? Liability, but I'm probably crossing some wires. I don't remember. I don't remember. Buddy. Oh my god. So, rifle only holds 4 shots at a time. That's what that reticle looks like. I don't know. I would need to double check with my friend. I can't remember. I'm probably too... This probably says more about my memory than it does about whatever they were actually telling me. That gets about that. Okay. Alright. I completed the Headless Serpent. And I have the Hunter Rifle, and I simply must call it for the... I can go to bed. But, oh yeah, because I'm gonna have 2 separate videos to upload tonight. Yeah, I gotta call it for sure. But, Arsonist, it was fun to have you back in chat. The next stream night will be next Tuesday. So I'm only doing 2 Tuesdays a month now just because I just had too many things going on. But the next TF Tuesday we rescheduled to next Tuesday because otherwise it would have been like December 23rd, which is just not viable. So yeah, imagine having a life. So if you're around, I'll see you next Tuesday. Until then, bye.